1. All right, we're doing chapter 7.1, and I apologize, I'm like looking this way. My computer screen broke, so I'm like looking, I have to watch my TV screen basically. But regardless, let's talk about a sequence. A sequence is actually pretty simple. A sequence is just simply a formula where you start off with 1. Your domain is 1. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your sequence. So usually it's just counting up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And based off the equation is your terms. So your terms are your y values or your an values. So let's do number 3, for example. It says in this question, give me the first 6 terms for an equals n plus 2. So we're going to do it kind of like if it was x and y as a table. So we're going to do x, or not x and y, I'm sorry. We're going to use 2 new variables here. N is the number of steps I'm in, and a of n, a with a little n on the bottom, is the term at that step. I'm going to put this down here. So for example, I'm making a table like this. At step 1, and I'm going to go up to 6 because it says 6 terms. So I'm going to go up to 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. At step 1, I'm going to be 1 plus 2. I'm plugging in that number 1 into this. So 1 plus 3 is 3. Second step, at n equals 2, I plug in 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Plug in 3 now. 3 plus 2, 5. And I continue going on. 6, I plug in 5, I get 7. I plug in 6, I get 8. So basically a sequence for us, effectively mathematically, it's just like a bigger equation. Except going from like -2 to 2, we're usually going from 1 to 6. And when I say the terms are the numbers you get out. So your terms is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is this
Now,
the answer for number 3?
what's up?
Is this the answer for problem
Yeah, this
3?
is the answer for number 3. Now I'm going to say you don't always have to draw it like a table. The reason I draw it as a table so I can see which one belongs to which. So I know at step 1 it's 3, but at step 4 it's 6. So sometimes we ask, what is it at step 10? You would just plug in 10 and then figure it out from there. But as of right now, we just practice these sequences. Series will be no, not tomorrow, Thursday. Okay. So let's do number 4 together, and then I'm going to leave you guys to do number 5. You're going to type in your answers to me, and then we're going to do the second half, which is 15 to 20. So number 4, it's 6 minus n. So the term or my table is still always the first 6 terms. So still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then on the bottom, let's see if I can do it like this. On the bottom, I'm just plugging it in per step. So at step 1, it's 6 minus 1, which is 5. At step 2, it's 6 minus 2, which is 4. And hopefully you see a pattern. Okay, I reduced it by 1. Next step, it's going to be 6 minus 3, reduce it by 1. After you see the pattern, you could just fill it in. Oh, I'm just going down by 1 each time. So I know the next one is going to be 2, 1, oh, that's a 4, 1, and 0. So your 6 terms are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This equation gives you those terms. But what we plug in is always, in this case, 1 to 6, because I said the first 6 terms. If I said the first 4 terms, you would just go 1 to 4. Okay. So everyone, you're going to try number 5, and you're going to privately message me the answer, okay?
Mr.
That doesn't mean
Tobler,
that's not the last thing we're doing. I just want you to practice that one. Remember, it's the first 6 terms, and it's n squared. So think about what you're plugging in and how's that going to become. So type in your answers and send it into Zoom chat. I heard my name. Go ahead, somebody.
Yeah. Is that a, what is that? What is it?
A
N?
to little n. It's a sub n.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so instead of x and y, we use a sub n. So Eliza, you got it. Good job. And I'll give you guys like 3 minutes. I just want you to try
Minute
it.
Hubble, is it always going to be like the first column n over an?
Say that one more time.
Is it always going to be like a and then under it an?
Sometimes it's written like in number 6, f of n. That's the same thing though.
Oh,
Kind of
okay.
like you remember f of x and y is the same thing. Very
Yeah,
similar.
Thank you.
All right, Sophia, you got it. Rachel, you got it. All right, so just stay on the call then, honey. Rachel, good job. So what happens with sequences as you work, there's always a pattern to it. Kaplan, good. There's always a pattern to it. So what this set of questions is, I'm giving you the pattern. It's the equation it happens to be, but I'm giving you the pattern. You are giving me the numbers. For 15 to 20, I'm giving you the numbers. You're gonna give me what the next number is, which is you having to figure out what the pattern is. In terms of making the equation, we're gonna save that to 7.2 to 7.3, because literally that whole focus of that section for that. Racheli, good. About another minute, and then we're gonna go on to the next part. I don't want to hold you too long.
For homework, though, we're supposed to go all the way through 10, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to go all the way through 10.
Okay.
But I just want to do this to start you guys off and definitely have some examples.
So we're supposed to go to 10, so we should do 6 through 10 on our own?
Yeah, it is homework, so Melanie, good.
Wait, are we also doing 15 through 20?
Yeah, I'm going to do 15, 16. I'll leave you do 17, and then 17 will be your exit date. As in, you send me the answer for 17, and you're free to go. Ellie, good job. All right, let me just round this up. Number 5, it's n squared. So what happens is you have the sequence of the squares numbers. So 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, and then 6 squared is 36. So the sequence here is all the square numbers. The reason it calls a sequence because it follows a pattern. In this case, square the numbers. All right. So let's go, and I would say if you're doing their homework, right, you're going to do this for your homework, leave a little gap so you have 6 to 10, a little space for that. Let's go to 15. Now 15, it asks to describe the pattern. So you're going to just describe it in words, or you're going to describe it very simply. Like, you don't have to give me an equation like this. You're not going to give me an equation like that. We don't know how to do that yet. All you're going to tell me is what's the pattern, and I'll show you with 2 questions. And then just give me the next term. Do not write the rule. You don't know how to write the rule yet, and we won't know until 7.2, 7.3. Okay. So first off, let's do number 15. Let's see, what is the pattern here? It goes from 1 to 6 to 11 to 15.
Wait,
well,
we're not doing 6?
What's up?
We're not doing 6?
No, you guys are left to do 6. That's your homework. I just want to do a couple of each, just to get so you know how to do it. But I'm happy to stay later if you want to, after the recording, okay? And if you want to work it together, I'm happy to do that. But let's do number 15. 1, 6, 11, 16. So it's going up. It's getting bigger, but it's definitely not doubling or tripling. It seems like I'm adding 5 each time. So in your homework, in your answer, you're going to say the pattern is adding 5. That's all. You don't have to do anything special. And then from there, you're just going to give me the next term. So from 16, my pattern is adding 5. So my next term should be 21. So for question number 15, it should say adding 5, comma, 21. Or adding 5 each time, plus 5, something like that. Something to indicate that you're showing the pattern. Okay? Number 16. 1, 2, 4, 8. Well, they're not adding to each other, definitely. Seems like it's getting doubled each time. So how do I represent double? Times 2.
Can you put a square root? Not a square root, a power thing.
This one is not a power, though, because Think about it.
Just times 2.
Yeah, it's just times 2 because 2 squared is not 2 and 3 squared is not 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's getting doubled, not necessarily squared. So it's getting doubled. So you could write getting doubled times 2 multiplied by 2, something along those lines. And in your next term, double 8 is 16. Okay. Number 17. Let me do this one and number 17. I want you guys to send me your answers. So you're going to type in the Google or the Zoom chat. And after you type this in and I say your name, you're free to go. If not, you could stay a little extra. If you don't want to go. If you don't want to go, you can stay and I'll just go over more problems. But number 17 is another one. You're going to tell me what's the pattern, like what's happening between each one, and tell me what the next number is. So you're going to type that out, and this is how I'm taking attendance / making sure you're actually listening. So I'm gonna get
Wait. So I'm doing the homework on my own sheet. How
Yeah.
do I hand?
You hand it in by taking a photo and putting it in, but as of right now, I just want you to type in the Zoom chat your answer for number 17 for me.
Wait, how do I do that?
Are you on phone? There should be a
Yeah.
chat option on the bottom. So type out in words what's happening for each step, and then type in the number. Okay? Okay, so let's see. That's Rachel. You're getting close. It's something with the 4.
Oh, I know what it is, but like I don't know how to type it out.
I hear you. That's totally sweet.
Okay, wait. I'll just try to type it out.
I have no idea.
Let's see. Eden, you got the next points, but how would you describe the pattern?
So it's first of all the first
Oh,
number's
type it out because everyone's trying to tell you. But good, you see the pattern. Like you see what the next number should be. But in your own words, just tell me what are you doing effectively?
I have no idea.
Don't think of it as an equation. Just literally as basic as possible. Like you're talking to a kindergarten. Oh, what's happening from each step? Oh, this is happening every time. And then it seems like it's increasing by this much or something like that. So like Rachel, yeah, you got the right number, Dex. So how would you how do you describe, how did you get that number?
Like I don't know how to describe it.
I've tried and practiced describing. Let's see.
I don't even know what the number is. I'm so confused.
I know. I can't get the number. Very confusing.
This is a tough one, yeah. I purposely left this tough one. That's why I was like, should I do it? Nah, let me leave it for you. So, yeah. See, that's a better, like Rachel, you're getting closer to the explanation.
But can I just write that? Because I'm not sure how else to explain it.
I'm going to explain it at the end, but that's a pretty, I would take that. That's fine.
Okay.
So, honey, what you want to do is first tell me what the next number is. So think about mentally in number 17 what the next number should be. Then also try your best to describe in words how did you get to that next number.
The only thing I know is
Louisa.
Yeah, I
That's
figured it
a really
out.
good- that's really close to the rule itself. So
Like I don't know how to describe it.
you're describing it like you're trying to answer it mathematically. I just want in words, like how do you do it?
Like,
So, honey, what's happening is we're trying to find a pattern, right? So here, every pattern
but is it right, Mr. Topol? Like,
doubling times by 2. And wait, give me a second though, Lisa. So we're timesing by 2. Here, it's a unique pattern. It's kind of strange, right? One is, I'll talk for everyone. One is it turns negative to positive, negative to positive. So
the next one has to be. So next one, the answer has to be a negative.
Good. The next one's negative. But also, the number is getting to up by 4, right? The absolute value of it is up by 4.
How'd you know that?
Well, it's 4, 8, 12, 16. It's like adding 4, right, to the absolute value.
Okay.
So right now, I don't expect you to make it equations. And Eliza, I think that's why you're thinking about the equation, which is good, which is happy. That's going to be very
So is
important
it
later.
right or not right?
You're very close. It's not technically right.
Okay. Is that the right number next though? The one I just sent?
Yes. So let me talk about it as a class, and then we'll do the next one. Okay. So this one right here, number 17. Notice that every time we go, it seems like the absolute value adds 4, but yet it flips signs. So like it's positive 8, then it becomes negative 12, then it becomes positive 16, and then the next thing should be negative 20. And a lot of you guys wrote that, negative 20. Almost, but negative 20, right? So
I wrote that.
I know you wrote that. I said you wrote that.
Wait, why is it negative 20?
So the numbers are increasing by 4, and the signs are getting flipped. So it's negative, positive, negative, positive. Next one should be negative.
So if you were doing another one, would it, after
Oh,
20 would it be 24?
Say that again, Kaplan. The next one should be positive 24. Yes, I think I didn't just told me.
How do you describe it?
Oh, how do you describe it?
Yeah.
You flip the sign and add 4.
So isn't it -1 squared times 4?
If you want the actual rule, it would be -1 to the n power, and then it would be 4n, something like that.
So it's add 4, flip a sign?
Yeah. Add 4, flip the sign. That's what I'm looking for in terms of the pattern. Like I want it like basic, like really like, oh, you flip the sign and add 4. I don't really need like the full-on equation to it, because I'm just
Okay.
trying to get it a little bit more clear. So why don't we all do number 18 now? 18 looks weird, right? Let's start brainstorming a little bit. Well, my patterns are usually adding or multiplying. Well, here's 7. And from here to here, looks like what? 9, 18. My brain is blank. 19. That's weird. And this one is 49.
So weird.
No, it's not 49.
7.
47.
37.
37. Thank you. Let's see. 37. Oh, what is that pattern? So 7, 19, 37. Adding it is weird. Adding it is weird. Yeah.
Oh, I figured it out.
Hold up. Type it up then.
Okay.
I
Is
think
it-
I got it. Wait.
is it like cubed or like squared?
What's being squared? I don't see a square. I don't see any like common squares like 2, 4, or 4, 16, 9s. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's squared.
I think I get it.
Let's see. Try it. Try to get the next number.
Specific numbers, but like
I'm gonna be wrong, but it's
What do you mean by the third? Take a third of it or triple?
no
like to the third power.
the third.
Oh.
Like 1 to the third, 2 to the third, 3 to the third, 4 to the third.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I'm not sure because
Okay, so people are getting thirds. Let me look.
Like to the third power, and then you add 1 after
I have
that.
a 3 in there, guys.
yeah, like you add a number to the next thing, but you put it to the third.
Like
So it'd
1
be
to
like-
the third plus 3, 2 to the third plus
Wow. You guys are really smart. Yeah, good job.
3.
How do you do it?
I just thought
So
of a
let's-
3.
So let's talk about it. So you guys are pretty good. Let me just
I think we should get some extra credit, Mr. Tobal. We stumped
You got
you.
my respect. That's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
So let's see. Let's resume. Okay. So, I'll give you the rule to work it out. Let's just go all the way to 21 together, actually, because this is tough, actually. Because even me, I was like, wait, what is the pattern here? So you guys got it a little faster than I did. All right. So some of you guys said, so Sophia kind of hit close to it, where it's like thirds and
I
squares,
said
right?
number to the third, then add 1.
So this is what's actually happening. Here's the rule, okay? It's 1 plus whatever step you're on to the third power.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down. But I
Good.
wasn't sure if it was right because I was like, maybe I'm just reaching out of nowhere.
Wow, this is good. So look at this. Look at how you guys saw this. Because if you had 1, 8, 27, 64, those are obviously thirds, right? Or third powers, right? So, let me follow.
LOL.
Right? Well, obviously. I say obviously, but whatever. You know what I mean. So then, the next one, you guys are really smart. Yeah, you saw it. I'm happy. So the next one should be, this is the term 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be term 5. So 5 cubed, 5 times 5 times 5 is 125
25.
plus 1. So
126.
126. We'll put 126.
I don't see how you got the 1 plus and 3 though.
Well, let's see. People recognize this is kind of close to cubes, right? So some people like kind of got it. Like, oh, 2, 9, like 28 is really close to 27, which is a famous cube. 64 is kind of like, how do you get from 28 to 64? Like it has to be like a cubed or a square. So you have to, this is like that kind of problem with the other question, the last section, which is a little bit of free thinking. You have to think of the pattern. Okay, so that was a tough one. I'm proud of you guys. Let's go to number 19.
Are we going to have another test before the end of the year, or we're done?
When I know the answer, I'll tell you.
Should we send you the answer, like what we think it is?
For number 19, yeah, send it to me.
Yeah.
It should be more straightforward. It should be better.
I get this one.
Yeah, this one should be a little bit clear. And if you want to guess, how do you
Is that a
mathematically?
comma between like
Yeah.
2/3 comma?
Yeah, they're all commas. They're all commas. So like Racheli, Rachel, I assume you meant 3.
Yeah, I was
Ellie-
literally typing I meant 3, LOL.
You guys got the next number. Good. And then just in words, try to describe it. So like,
Mr.
Rachel, you
Tobel.
kind of described it in words just with a wrong number. Yes.
Mr. Tobel.
Elise got it. Go ahead, Rafi. Go ahead.
I completed my homework. I get it. Can I hand it in now?
Hold up. Let me just finish, okay? And I'll let you go when I can let you go, okay? Because I just want to make sure we get everything in.
Oh wait, I have to do the next term.
Good.
Is that what it is?
Wait.
Honey, let me look back at your way. But yeah, so most of you guys got it. I'll look
Wait.
back at your way a little bit later. But give
Did
me
I
a second.
get it?
Most of you guys got it. You're adding 3 to the denominator.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Good. Adding 3 to the denominator,
So I got it.
which is 2 over 15 would be the next one. And honey, for that, I just want to check second, huh? No, honey, that's not correct. That's not the next term for sure. I'll tell you that. So your method might be a little off. So I just want to talk about, let's just talk about how the equation would look like here. You don't have to write the equation. I'm just trying to show you so you can see how multiple ways we can make an equation to make this sequence. It would look like this. 2 over 3 times n. Just 3 times n.
I would have.
Because look at here. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3, the fifth one, is 15. So that's how we got it. So everyone, you're just going to send me in Zoom chat 20. I'll use this one as your attendance. Number 20, see what's happening on the top, see what's happening on the bottom. 2 separate things are happening.
I sent it to you.
Wait, are you basing our attendance off of this math problem? Because if it is, I was never here.
No, I'm just basing off the last question. Just to say, hey, you were listening to the thing. You did the last thing I asked you to do. All right. So like, and then Sophia and Raheli, I know you know it, but just type out in words, like, what did you do to do it? How do you get that number?
Oh.
Because it's important to like describe it. Eliza, you have everything. You're free to go if you wish to.
Thank you. Have a good
Did
day.
I get it?
Numerous.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
Hold. Gabe, good.
Did I get it?
Gabe, you're free to go.
Did I get it?
Scrolling. Hold. Rachel Azaroff, you're good.
Thank you, Mr. Tobel.
Kaplan, there's more, isn't there? Than just
Yeah,
that.
but I just want to know if that's right.
So far, so good then. Ellie, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Tobal, Mr. Tobal, what do I have to do? I'm done.
So for you, Rafi, just so I can count you for attendance to make sure you listen, just give me your answer for number 20, okay? All right. And I'm going to check it that it's good. So, Sophia, I disagree with your how do you get each number. I disagree with that.
Well, that's what I did. What? Why do you disagree?
Kaplan, good. Well, I don't know why you wrote that. You didn't do that, though. Bye.
Yes, I did.
Yehuda, yes. Yehuda, what you said, I understand what you're saying, but technically you're not doing that. So could you reword it technically? Because it's not happening like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Tobal, you add the top and the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. Can I go
Mr.
now?
Tobal, I sent it to you.
Is in the hundred.
Mr.
Are you
Tobal, can I go
multiplying
now?
it?
Hold up, honey. It's okay. The sequence will get huge eventually. That's fine. Like if you kept going to infinity, the sequence will be infinity. So even if it was at step 9, it's like humongous. That's okay. It gets that big. Remember, it's only at the 5th step we care about, right? Because that's the one that's missing. So that should be around what we're guessing, which is close to what you said, but it's not exactly right.
Mr. Tobal, am I good now?
It should work for every number. I'm sorry, I just had to make sure. Let me go back here.
No, I didn't write it, but
Kaplan, you finish. Raheli, you gave me the rule. Good. Wait, I think
now
I
that'll
went through. Wait. Rafi,
Yeah.
my boy, good job. But it's not. You just. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you good. You good.
Now?
Time is
Rafi, you're free to go.
Fine,
Honey,
thank you.
is that for number 18, honey? Honey, just stay with me a little bit afterwards, and we'll talk about it. Good, Melanie. Yehuda, your mic's not working. That's okay. Just type it. You're not really doing that on the bottom, Yehuda. Like, how did you get to the next one? You did something more simple than multiply.
Because I did it, I can go.
Melanie, you're good to go.
What about me? I have been
Sophia,
waiting.
you were the last one in. I checked. You're good to go. You
What about me?
edit. Let me scroll back. I'm sorry, because it goes like one person at a time, essentially. So that's the next number. And did you send me how do you get the next number? Like, what would be the word?
Oh, you just skip 1 on the bottom, then you skip 2 on the top.
Good, but let's say adding. That's skip, okay?
Whatever, yeah. Okay.
Added, you're fine.
Thank you.
Honey, that's correct for number 19. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.